Hello, everybody. Most of you know me as Jake Orion, but I'm also a father. I'm a dad of one beautiful little girl who's 3 years old, and I have a son on the way. And I'm in a happy relationship with my fiance. I started as a webcam model in 2012, right when I graduated high school. I went to college for a few years, completed about 12 classes, but never graduated. I worked as a cam model with Flirt for Free until about 2015, and then I shifted over to Chaturbate. So I worked there for a little bit. I worked for Model Centro, and then in 2017, I started working for OnlyFans, which came out, I believe, in the end of 2016. In 2018, I started working on my own designs to make a platform that can outshine OnlyFans in every single way possible. And it did. However, it was a design. At this time, I had a fan of mine who I knew was very well off. I met him before. He lived in Fort Lauderdale. Tons of money, lives on the Intercoastal. And I met him on his yacht, and I told him about my designs. He's like, yeah, we can sit down and talk about it. I discussed it with him, and I don't think he took me that seriously. I think that his motives was to do something with me sexually, and that never went anywhere. I then met up with somebody who, I'm not going to disclose who it is, but they ended up starting their own page or website similar to OnlyFans. And at this time, he was in developing of his site, and I said I wanted to jump on board. And I showed him all my designs, and he was just like, look, I'm not really that interested. However, if you want to work for me, you can work for me. And at that time, I was just like, I'm not going to work for somebody. I'm looking for a very small percentage of a company if I can jump on with you. And that wasn't really an option. Evidently, later on, he ended up taking a feature that I told him that day and just accredited me online, not offering me any type of financial or whatever. So then I ended up collaborating with a friend of mine that I worked with when I was younger, and I told him about my idea. He loved my idea. He loved my design, and he's like, okay, I'll fund it. And he's like, well, what do you want from me? I was like, well, I need to know I'm protected, so I need you to buy my designs, and then we go 50-50. And pretty much we found a coder. We started working on this, and it looked completely awful. It looked nothing like my renders. It wasn't good at all. And I explained that. I said, look, we need a new coder. We need something different. He's like, no, give him time, blah, blah, blah. So years and years and years went by, and they're like, it's finally done. And it was so broken that I wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. And I explained my frustration, and it got absolutely nowhere. This was about 3 years ago. Now I'm looking back at this, and I'm like, wow, what I could have made back then, what it could have turned into, and how much money would have been made. So now I'm looking to start over. I have all my designs, I have all my features, I have all my text notes about everything. Obviously, things need to be reworked, re-imaged, redone, but I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for somebody who's willing to invest in my dream and my ideas, because realistically, I can turn $100,000 into $100 million in a year with the right person by my side. The right person who not only wants to believe in me, but invest in something and be able to get a max return. Now, I'm not asking for any money. I don't want any money. I'm devoting my time. I don't want money. I just want 50-50 or part of my company or a little more to protect myself. And then my investment being worth something. So that being said, obviously OnlyFans has been around for many, many years now and has became essentially popular due to, rap songs and it becoming less taboo, and now everybody doing it. But OnlyFans is still far from perfect. Very far from perfect. Even my designs, even my features from 2017 still outshines OnlyFans today. And that's something I created a long time ago. So if you ask me to redo it and redesign it and add and implement new features, which I already have a new feature that I already discovered that no other platform does. And literally, if OnlyFans did this feature, they would make $100 million in the first month just off this one feature. Because you can literally see what this feature alone generated in revenue. So if you're a person that is financially well off and you're interested in developing something, and please note that what I'm trying to develop isn't catered to only the adult industry. It's for everybody. It's to the main goal is to get people from YouTube on it, because YouTube doesn't pay that well. And getting people on YouTube to go on here and sell subscriptions to their YouTube channel to make a lot more money, whether it's exclusive videos or whatever. I understand YouTube's free, but somebody on YouTube might be like, hey, look, I make better quality videos that I know I can charge for and people will pay for it. And then you can do this. And obviously you can do that on OnlyFans. There's no debating that. However, OnlyFans is catered towards the adult community, and that's why a lot of people don't even want to be involved in it, because they don't want their name besmirched. So that's definitely plausible that they're thinking that. So that being said, if you are interested, please reach out to me. We can, number one, we can do a video chat. We can discuss everything. We can go over everything. But I will also need to see proof of your financials that this is something you can afford to do, because my time is very valuable. As I said, I'm a father of two. I have a fiance. Like, I'm very, very busy. So I'm also, like, a lot of people know me as just a big thing between my legs, and I'm far from it. I'm very intelligent. When I was 7, 8 years old, I was at flea markets selling my old stuff to buy new stuff. When I was 9 and 10, I was singing at bars with my father, who was a singer, to make money. When I was 12 and 13, I was building my first computer. When I was 13, I was fixing PlayStation 3s out of my parents' garage to make money. I've always been technologically savvy, and when I started in this field of work, it kind of pushed me away from it. But that's what I went to school for. And all through high school, I took computer classes, and in college, I took computer classes, and that's just what I excel in. But now that I've been so removed from everything since 2012, we're talking 13 years now, it's very hard to go back to it. But I always had a keen eye for design, and it's just something I love. So please trust me. And hopefully I can find the right person that's going to want to jump on ship with me and make hundreds of millions of dollars, if not $1 billion one day. You see how successful OnlyFans was. And that wasn't by design. It was by mistake. They literally were awful and made so much money. Imagine being great and how much money you can make. Now here's the deal though. This opportunity window is slowly shrinking because AI is taking over. I've talked to people, and I talked to another owner of a site, I forgot to mention him. He doesn't want, like, I talked to him about ideas and stuff and blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, test out our site, see if you like, but he didn't seem to have any interest in me joining the board or joining on board. And then when I told him about the new feature that I wanted to promote to him so he can make money, and I only want 1% of the revenue, he's like, look, we're working towards AI anyways. I don't even want to be involved with this. It's so hard to deal with people and models and stuff like that. So it's hard because I see a vision for my future and I want to be successful in life, and there's just so many stepping stones and so many rejections, and I don't want to give up and say, hey, look, just because somebody says no doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen in your life. So thank you for watching this. If you want to message me discreetly, feel free to reach out at jakeoryan93@aol.com. Thank you.